So I hope it's finished, right? So I'll repeat once again. A compound is formed by two elements X and Y. Atoms of element Y makes CCP and those of X occupy all octahedral voids. What is the formula of compound? So number of particles of Y. So as Y is involved in the close packing, therefore how many particles we don't know. That's why I took n number of particles of Y. So number of octahedral voids formed. So number of octahedral voids is equal to number of particles. That is number of octahedral voids is also n. Right? Then number of X particles. Why? Because X particles occupies all octahedral voids. Therefore, number of X particles is also n. So therefore, the formula of compound is X is to Y. That is X is to Y is equals to 1 is to 1. So therefore, the formula of compound is XY. Therefore, the formula of compound is XY. Understood, right? Yes. Yes. Second problem. Write down second problem. Atoms of element B. Atoms of element B form HCP, hexagonal close packing. Okay, atoms of element B forms HCP, hexagonal close packing, and those of element A occupy two-thirds of tetrahedral voids. Tetrahedral voids. What is the formula? What is the formula of compound? What is the formula of compound? Can you try? So it's very simple, no? Atoms of element B forms close packing. So HCB, hexagonal close packing, is formed by B. So we don't know how many particles of B are there. Let us take number of particles of B, N. So then atoms of A occupy two-thirds of tetrahedral voids. If N number of particles are involving in close packing, then how many tetrahedral voids are there? 2n. Okay? Two-thirds of tetrahedral voids means 2 by 3 of 2n will be the A. Understood? So now see here. Let the number of particles of B. Let the number of particles of B is equals to n. As we don't know how many particles, that's why I took number of particles of B is equals to n. That implies number of tetrahedral voids. You all know that if n number of particles are involving in close packing, then how many tetrahedral voids are involved? It's 2n. Yes, 2n number of particles are involved. 2n number of particles are involved in close packing tetrahedral voids. Okay, I'm sorry. Number of particles involved is n and number of tetrahedral voids is 2n. Given 2/3 of tetrahedral voids occupies A. 2/3 of tetrahedral voids occupies A. That implies number of particles of A is equals to 2/3 of 2n. 2/3 of 2n. Did you understand why 2/3 of 2n? So because two tetrahedral voids are 2n. So they had given 2/3 of tetrahedral voids are occupied by A. That's why 2/3 of 2n. Therefore, A is to B is equals to A. 2 2s are 4n by 3. 4n by 3 is to how many B? N. N gets cancelled. 4 by 3 is to 1. That is nothing but A is to B is equals to 4 is to 3. A is to B is equals to 4 is to 3. Is it correct? Therefore, the formula of compound is A4 B3. Therefore, the formula of compound is A4 B3. This problem is asked in your previous public examinations, right? So, make a note of it and check it. So, please refer all these topics from NCERT textbook by only listening this class. So, you may understand, you may not understand completely. If you have any doubts, so you please refer NCERT textbook, or you can personally call me, so I'll clarify if you have any doubts. Make a note of it. Yes. So now let's discuss placing third layer over second layer, placing third layer over second layer of hexagonal close packing. So we are now discussing close packing in 3 dimensions. First we had discussed placing square close packing over square close packing over one on the other. We will get primitive unit cells, that we keep it aside. Okay. Now we were discussing placing hexagonal close packed layers one above the other. So we had discussed placing second layer over the first layer. There we get two voids, tetrahedral void and octahedral voids. That topic is finished. Now the final topic of close packing, that is placing third layer over the second layer. Okay. Last topic of close packing, placing third layer over the first layer. Understood? So see what happens. So if we place third layer over the second layer, what happens? See. This can be done in two ways. Okay, two ways. So how? One is AB type of arrangement, and the other is ABC type of arrangement. You don't worry, I'll explain you clearly. So what is AB type of arrangement? Okay, just imagine, you have to imagine, right? Just imagine. So we had, just imagine, we had hexagonal close packing in 2 dimension. Okay, we had hexagonal close packing in 2 dimension. Next we placed second layer over the first layer. We get 2 voids, tetrahedral voids and octahedral voids. Now I took third layer and I placed on second layer such a way that the particles of third layer covered the tetrahedral voids of first layer. Cover the tetrahedral voids of the second layer. Understood? So please be careful here. Listen carefully. So here what I took is, I took first layer of hexagonal close packing and I placed second layer on it. Then what happened? I got 2 voids, tetrahedral voids and octahedral voids. Now it's finished, second layer is finished. Now I took third layer and I placed on the second layer. Now what is happening? This third layer I placed on second layer in such a way that it covered all the tetrahedral voids, but it doesn't cover octahedral voids. Understood? This type of close packing is said to be hexagonal close packing in 3 dimension. Hexagonal close packing in 3 dimension. It leads to hexagonal unit cell. It leads to hexagonal unit cell or body centered unit cell. Right? Understood? See, you have to imagine. So this topic definitely you have to imagine. So we took first layer of hexagonal close packing. We placed a second layer of hexagonal close packing on it. We get 2 types of voids, octahedral void and tetrahedral void. Now I am placing third layer over the second layer in such a way that tetrahedral voids are covered by the particles of third layer. Then we get what? Then we get hexagonal close packing. See here. This is the AB type of arrangement. So it is called as hexagonal close packing in 3 dimension. Here what is covered? Third layer covers tetrahedral voids of second, and fourth layer covers tetrahedral voids of third layer, and so on. So these are the 2 points you have to remember regarding this. So why we are calling it as AB type? See here, this is first layer and the second layer will be like this, and third layer resembles exactly as the first layer, and fourth layer resembles exactly as the second layer. That implies first layer is A and the second layer is B. Right? Third layer is again A and fourth layer is again B. So that is why it is AB type of arrangement. Got it right? Next, let's discuss about ABC. So this forms what kind of unit cell? It forms hexagonal close packing unit cell, or BCC, body centered unit cell. Okay. Now let's see here. ABC type of arrangement. Take first layer of hexagonal close packing and place second layer of on it. We get tetrahedral and octahedral voids. Now place third layer in such a way that here octahedral voids are covered by the third layer, right? So here tetrahedral voids are covered, here octahedral voids are covered by the third layer, right? So that implies what happens here. So third layer covers octahedral voids of second, and fourth layer covers octahedral voids of third, and so on, right? So this type of close packing is called as cubic close packing. Cubic close packing. It forms FCC. It forms face-centered unit cells, right? So this is first layer. The second layer will be like this. That means the first layer, the second layer is different from first layer, as well as the third layer is different from second and third layers. That's why ABC type of arrangement. Understood? So this is about close packing in 3 dimensions. Please refer this topic from NCERT textbook. If you have any doubts, please discuss once again, right? So that's all the class for today. Thank you. I'm signing off.